Dude, all I'm saying is just because it was her birthday and she threw up, I just don't think it's acceptable to hit your wife.
Are you wait. Are you going to tell me that your wife never threw up?
Yeah, but you can't hit her on it's her birthday.
What? But it was my car.
Yeah, but it's not all right. First of all, you shouldn't hit your wife. I know it's a different country, but I just don't think that that's okay.
Okay. Let's let's say people that I don't hit my wife.
I don't know.
Indeed, she works in a prosecution about with those cases. So no, it's not
Prostitution?
an option. No prosecution.
Oh, that's different.
Yeah, she would wait. She would make more money the other way.
She would, and
Yeah.
you could pimp slap the shit out of her.
Oh, I would.
I know you would.
I,
Welcome
I
back
get.
to Developed, everybody. Yeah,
Yeah.
dude, it's just someone had to tell him that's not okay.
Well, part of that story was true.
I
She threw
know,
up. Yeah,
and
heavily.
fucking. I mean, I wouldn't say you beat the shit out of her, but
No, I didn't. The funny part, well, she's not going to watch this because she doesn't speak English, so I can tell it. She, we were driving. It was her birthday. We we were both quite drunk. She was more drunk than me, and she said, "Pull over, pull over, pull over." She was super drunk, so I pull over, and she started throwing like outside of the car, puking outside of the car, and I see a police car in my rear mirror. So I start moving because if that police car is going to stop to see what's going on, I wasn't in my best
to
situation.
drive.
Yeah, to drive.
Yeah,
So I told her I have to move, and I had like a Starbucks cup, right?
yeah.
Empty, an empty one. And I don't know how this is a superpower she has. She starts puking in the cup and throwing it out of the window. I don't know how she did to puke, stop, throw, puke,
Yeah, really.
stop, throw. You know,
It's
it's
like a
super.
tap. Like she
Wow.
just was able to
Yeah,
shut it down.
yeah. I was super surprised. That's why I love her.
That's a great.
Those kind of things makes me
Yeah.
love her. Yeah,
That's a very hidden skill.
She's a
Yeah.
keeper.
Mm-hmm.
she's a keeper.
Yeah.
Yeah.
For sure.
What size was that Starbucks cup? Grande?
Venti.
Is that bigger than Grande?
Yeah, it's the only size that you can buy in Starbucks. Yeah.
What?
What or why?
Venti?
Venti.
What are the Starbucks sizes?
Uh, I think it's like small, grande, and venti. Or I don't remember the small one, how they call it. It should be small, medium, large, but they call it grande is the medium one, and then they have venti.
Okay, interesting. Do you guys want to talk about the weather?
Oh yeah, absolutely, absolutely. We have snow. We have snow, guys.
Really?
Really?
Yes.
And last week it was like 70.
Yeah, it was. Please, let's not talk about the weather again.
What was that thing that your wife?
How's family? What?
What was that thing you used to make? Your wife used to make when you guys would get snow. I remember you telling me when we first started, like working together.
Yeah, snow cream.
Yeah, what is it?
What?
It's you take snow, just go out somewhere where you can find some non-yellow snow, and
Kind of hard.
and you just put it in a big bowl. You put vanilla, you put sugar, you put milk, and you just mix it up, and it's snow cream. It's delicious.
Okay.
Yeah.
Can't you do the same with ice? It's just
No, you couldn't
That'd
call
be
it
hard.
snow cream. No, it'd be ice cream then.
okay.
Yeah.
Yes.
It would be like a really shitty ice cream too, wouldn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah.
What?
Maybe we'll make that. We'll make a snow cream.
I would love to do that. I've actually tried. I mean, I don't think it would be that difficult, but
What
just vanilla.
company? What company do you think is going to name one of his flavors. Snow, just snow.
That's a Flavor West or a FA for sure.
You think so?
Okay.
Yeah, I think it would be FA. It would be FA.
If a white snow, fluffy snow.
It wouldn't be Fluffy Snow. That's more of like a Wonder Flavors move.
Ooh, I've got a good name. First Snow.
That's a Flavor Art flavor.
Yeah.
Do you work for Flavor Art?
I can't confirm nor deny. So,
Okay, so yes.
yes. Yes. Yes. So
I would love to work for a flavoring house.
really?
Yeah.
Yeah, that would
Sounds like fun.
it would
I
be
would-
pretty cool.
I like to write the descriptions for him. Like Inawera does.
I want to meet that guy. Yeah. Oh, girl.
I'm pretty sure it's Jerry because he reads them like way too well.
Yeah.
And,
Totally.
and the way that they write stuff, it's like a haiku.
It is, isn't it?
Like they're like so abstract with the way that they have a description on shit, and you're like, what the fuck is the flavor? Like people say it tastes like raspberry, and they're telling you some kind of story about knighthood in the like I don't know. It's fucking weird.
Yeah.
If people haven't done it, go to Inawera's website and just read the descriptions.
Do you remember that game that I want to do? The one where
Yeah.
one would read the description of the flavoring and the other one have to guess which flavoring you're talking about.
Yeah.
Well, Inawera is perfect for that.
Oh,
We
absolutely.
should do that.
Yeah, we
should
should.
do
We
that.
should. Yeah,
Yeah, maybe.
we've talked about that for a while.
Yeah, Notchef had graphics and everything for it. We should do that. We should do that maybe like next stream or something.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh God, Sin is here. What the fuck?
What did we call it? Name that flavor or something? Was that what
Yeah,
it was?
It was
Yeah,
like a-
name that. Yeah, very cool. Yeah.
yeah,
was a
but it
terrible
fit.
name.
It was a fit. No, I like it because it fit with like the graphics you did. It was like that,
Yeah.
like
Yeah.
50s, like
Game
60s.
show.
Yeah,
Yeah.
like it's the new like Deal or No Deal. No, Price is Right.
Yeah.
Price is Right.
Let it was more like let's make a deal, but okay.
I don't know what that
Uh,
is.
No.
I want to say something to Sin if she's in the chat because I
She
know
is
she
in-
was. She's in.
She
or
she
she's-
is in the chat.
Okay,
Yeah.
okay, because I know she was after a pear liquid or a pear flavoring or a pear recipe, something like that.
Mhm.
River Supply sells the Vape Kitchen. It's an e-liquid. They have one of them is a pear flavored e-liquid, and they told me that it's the best pear flavor that you could possibly try. So that
I don't think Sin is actually looking for a pear at this point. I think she's lost the conception of what a pear is, and she's searching for some kind of weird apple because she's not happy with. And oh, she said she found her pear.
Oh. Yeah.
Oh.
Yeah, it's F.A. Fuji.
two apples and water.
Yeah. No, she talks to me a lot about pears, and I feel for her just because she
I
can't
thought
find
you,
it.
You didn't talk to each other.
No, yeah, I don't. I never would.
Okay, makes
Nope.
sense.
Yeah, I would never talk to her. Moving on.
talking about pears, I've always wanted to do like a buttered pear kind of thing, like grilled pears with butter all over them. Does that sound good to
Yeah.
y'all or sound weird?
Oh my god.
What
You
is
want
wait, you want to do everything with buttered pear?
Yes, I do.
Yes.
Yes.
It's just like you're trying to sneak the butter base into everything that we fucking
Yeah.
do.
see
We
when
should do a dragon fruit butter.
when Notchef was talking about working for a flavor company, I was thinking, oh yeah, I could have access to like pure DAP then.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You're like, I want to work for Land O'Lakes.
Yeah. Yeah. Absolutely. That's my dream job.
You want to work?
That's my
You
dream
want to work
job.
in a popcorn factory?
Yeah.
Directly, yeah.
Not that kind of butter. Nah. But
No.
nah. But
But let's talk about your butter search for a little bit.
okay, let's do that.
You made me buy a whole bunch of different stuff for different butter applications.
Yes.
I think I bought Flavor popcorn,
Yes, me too.
and that was nice for certain things.
Mm-hmm.
What else did you have me buy?
Caramel candy. That's kind of a buttery kind of caramel.
Yeah,
Yes.
kind of like brown buttery.
Mm-hmm.
You had me wait. What was that flavor? Caramel candy.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
You also had me get caramel butter.
Oh yes. Mm-hmm. Wonder
True.
flavors.
Shit, there were other ones too.
Vape Train butter base, of course.
Well, that was the last one.
Yeah.
And I think that finally is the last butter flavor I need.
I think it is actually. It is the best butter flavor I have ever had. It truly is. To me, it doesn't have off notes like TPA butter. It's just, I mean, it's okay, and like Cap Golden butter, it's pretty good too. But if you take it up, really high where you want it, you have off notes from it.
Yeah.
Vape Train butter base, I've used it all the way up to like 4%.
What the fuck are you
And
doing?
it still tastes like a baked in butter. It has no off notes. It doesn't. It's just, yes. Now that's going to the extreme. 4% is going to the extreme, but I have tried it at that. Just I wanted to see what it would do.
What did you make with it? Can you talk, you talk about it?
I can't really talk about it.
Okay.
But yeah,
A butter popsicle.
It's a buttered pear.
no, I can't. So with the butter pears, I've got the butter covered now. I just need to come up with a pear that actually has a punch to it, instead of just like a watered down apple.
Yeah.
Yeah.
The problem I think with pears is that they all smell like pear, but they don't vape like pear.
Yeah,
It's very weak in flavor.
mm-hmm.
They vape like a pear, like a watered down pear juice. You know?
Yeah, or apple.
Or
you
apple.
have apple or a very watery pear. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Well, Tuesday we used a butter base. That awful recipe we tried to do. What was the percentage? Like 4 also, right?
No, we didn't use it that high, did we?
2.
For
How
what?
much did we use?
No, it was
the one we did on Tuesday.
No, we only used the one.
Yeah, and then the second version, I
Really?
think we just used it at like 0.5.
Yeah.
Oh, I don't know why I had that idea.
Yeah, no, I was worried about going to 1. But man, it got me thinking about that other recipe. And I'm thinking I can push that up. Yeah, I think I can push that up to 1 because I'm only using that pretty low.
Yeah,
Well,
people don't know
moderate.
what we are talking about.
Yeah, that's fine. We can't really talk. We can't really talk about it, but yeah. But I mean, I really do. I feel really glad that Folkart found that, because to me, TFA butter is that like AP, not AP like acetylpyrazine. It's acetylpropanol.
Mm-hmm.
Is that what it's called? Yeah, it's that. And theirs particularly, Alfred's the one that told me about this. It's got that kind of note that is that pepper note from TFA.
Yes.
Now, when you try stuff like their ice cream or like those certain ones, like it's
Custard.
not the vanilla. Yeah, it's not the vanilla though. It's
No.
the AP in it. And you don't get that from Capella. Now, the difference with Capella, their buttery notes have that weird off note, and it's more like just like grease or like fattiness.
Mm-hmm.
It's not butter.
Right.
It's like waxy.
It's almost like you would get a stick of butter out of the fridge, unsalted, and just,
Yeah.
as opposed to like the Vape Train butter base, it's like it's already baked butter. It's like a baked butter.
Well, but I don't know why some people love TPA butter. I have made recipes like pies that kind of recipe that is not supposed to be super buttery, but you need some butter on the crust.
Mm-hmm.
And I made that recipe with like using biscuit in a ware biscuit that is has some butter on it, and then the same recipe using TPA butter at 1% that is super aggressive, and some people love that kind of flavor.
Yeah, but
That
it's only
aggressive,
but it's only because
disgusting.
they haven't tried the vape train butter base yet. That's the only reason.
No, of course.
Yeah.
Yeah,
So
I agree.
I started out using like the cap golden butter, and then kind of went to like the Capella sweet cream, and I stayed with that for a long time. And then some other stuff like the Wonder Flavors caramel butter came out, and the popcorn,
Mhm.
Flavora popcorn.
That's one the flavor has have a butter flavor.
I don't think they do. I
Flavora,
don't think they do. What did you say,
Wonder
Flavor or
flavors.
Wonder
Wonder
Flavors?
flavors.
Wonder Flavors.
I don't think they do.
I don't no, I don't think they do either.
But
The-
when we've used like the butter note in the past, like that we want to use it, we use the flavors that are in Vape Train
Mhm.
for that butter note.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
And somehow it was overlooked. By the way, this is the flavor we were talking about all last week. People keep
Mhm.
saying, "What was that flavor? It's Vape Train butter base."
Yes.
We didn't think a lot of people had it. But when we would try to add butter to stuff, like how many times did we use sweet cream?
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
and the
all-
butter's
yeah, a
in there,
lot.
Yeah.
and the butter is
Yeah.
in there.
Yeah.
That was
In
the
the
whole reason
milkshake.
why.
Yeah, that's what makes the sweet cream is their butter
Yeah,
for sure.
It's a similar butter that you may find in the Hansen ice cream.
yeah, a little
Mhm.
bit,
Mm-hmm.
but it doesn't have that nutty kind of note, that nutty
No, yeah.
rich note with like the
Mhm.
creamy. I guess, well, yeah, I guess nutty malty note that's in there.
Mhm.
It has it's just clean. It's unapologetically butter. Like it
Mhm.
doesn't give a fuck. It's just like I'm butter. You butter believe it.
Uh,
Oh my god! Do you guys think about the fake waffle?
Uh oh, what was that?
I don't have it.
I don't have it either.
Me neither.
I've heard bad things about it, but Jesse Moreau said cookie butter. Yeah, you're right, but it has some other stuff going on. It's not a
Mhm.
clean like just butter, because you could say the same thing for caramel butter, and we use both of those a lot, but when you want to just work with something that just has butter, just use Vape Train butter base. It,
Yeah.
there's times where it might not work, but I think I don't know. I'm not convinced.
Well, I have been told, and Michelle Hughes brought this up, that FA butter is really good. I've never tried it. I can't find it at Chefs, but I'm pretty sure it's the kitchen line. But I can't find it at Chefs and nowhere in the U.S. So I would have to go and order it straight from Flavor Art. So I haven't tried it, but I have heard that it was good. I don't know.
Well, their milk is really good, and their whipped cream is really good.
Yeah.
The
Yeah.
kitchen line one. I don't know if there's one that's a non-kitchen line whipped cream, but it's good.
Mm-hmm.
I don't think it's still not my favorite one, but it's good. Their milk is the best milk.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Same thing,
It's-
like how butter base is to butter, that is to milk.
Well, maybe it's not the more realistic milk, but it's the one that you can use in most situations.
Yeah.
For example, Wonder Flavors of Flavor milk taste more like milk, but too much maybe that you don't want to use it.
Yeah, but it's the same thing with like the Capella version of butter. Like it has off notes, and its application is limited just because FA milk is a very clean, like what you said, it's clean and it's usable across a lot of different recipes. Yeah, it's more accurate, but it has less off notes.
Yeah.
And I don't notice. And the thing that I'm most surprised about is it has like no steep time on it.
Mhm.
It doesn't have any off notes in the beginning.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, true.
Mhm.
Yeah, yeah, and
I'm
didn't
surprised.
change.
Yeah, I'm shocked about that.
I think I have it right here. In that did we use it in the Sammy? Yeah,
Yep. Hmm.
I have it right here.
Yeah,
You
we
want to
kind
talk
of
about that or later?
Yeah, let's talk about it. Smooth transition.
The
Yeah, segue.
Samoa Sammy. Man, I love this recipe. I absolutely love it.
Yeah, I don't have my testers anymore.
I,
I've
j-
hit both of them.
I just vaped the last of mine today.
I have two bottles without labels. One of them is that. I think it's this one.
What I especially like about the way that that recipe came out, like the finished product, is it's
Mhm.
50% cookie, 50% ice cream,
Mhm.
Yeah.
just like the real thing.
Yeah. Yeah. So there was a company that was selling these Sammies. They call them Sammies, right? That's where
Yep.
we got the name, and it's basically just different kinds of cookies made into an ice cream sandwich. They didn't have Samoa cookie Sammies. We made that part up, right?
Yeah,
Yeah.
But
Max, dude.
man, did it turn out good.
Yeah. Now, if you were to, I'm not sure. I didn't really play with that, but I don't know if you could just take out the ice cream and it would be a perfect Samoa cookie. I'm not positive about that. Um,
Maybe the toffee ice cream is doing something there.
yeah, I think it's pulling some of that together.
But man, that bounty,
Good shit.
Yeah, it
really
is.
good for this application.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
I
got
don't see many applications where you need something with coconut chocolate in that cooked way.
Yeah.
But
I'm
here is perfect.
I would like it in like a tobacco or something. I think it'd be interesting in there. I've seen what Folkart was saying, like about how the mix and fixes have used it quite a bit.
mhm.
Yeah.
And Folkart was even saying like the percentages are all over the place on that flavor.
Yeah, it is. Yeah.
And like it's good though. I like it.
Mhm.
It's so another thing too I want to bring up. There's a flavoring from Inawera called I think it's called coconut cookies. And again, Alfred is one that originally, when we were trying to make a Samoa cookie, said we need that flavor. But a lot of people have said that they think it's been reformulated. So
Mm.
that's another. I don't think most of us had it, but a lot of us have. That's why we didn't use it here anyway.
Well, we tried this recipe using coconut candy,
Hmm.
but what Fokker said that coconut gets more aggressive or present in the recipe after steeping.
Mm.
That's not very good for us in this application.
Yeah, I mean it added some stickiness to it, but it also like made the two layers kind of merge into one thing, and it almost seemed like it wasn't muting it, but it seemed like it was just making it less separated. So that's why we decided not to use that. Um,
Yeah.
but
And I go ahead.
talking about the Mullenberry Bounty, another application that I see for using that is like in a. Do y'all know what a mallow cup is?
No.
Nope.
You don't know what a mallow cup is? You know, like a Reese cup.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh
Only
yeah. Yeah.
only inside there's marshmallow,
Yep.
and
Mm.
it's got like coconut in the chocolate. It's I think that would be a perfect application for that. If you could
Yeah.
come up with a
It's,
really good sticky marshmallow.
I
Hmm.
think I saw that with peanut butter. Is that possible? Chocolate peanut butter, like a cup,
Yeah, that's a
like
Reese
an
cup.
Nanaimo bar. Oh, okay.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
Yeah.
But the mallow cups just have the marshmallow in it, not the peanut butter. But yeah, it's a good flavor, and it's one that I haven't really used that much.
And I'm surprised about this recipe because we have a lot of flavors and how they work together. They don't collide in at any point, even after steep. Because I have it here and this is like 10 days old, maybe,
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Probably. Yeah. If we
and
made it last Tuesday.
it's perfect. All the steep did was make it even more balanced, but you get the layers what you need here.
I'm congratulating you just for letting it steep because I could not do that.
I had a 20 that is
Oh,
gone. It's
oh
totally
yeah,
gone. Yeah.
I had a 20 of each, and I liked both of them. Now the other one fell apart. It definitely fell apart. That coconut got way too strong, and coconut candy does seem like if you were gonna try and do this without the bounty, I think you would want to go with coconut candy, but we used it at 1/4%, and it got really really strong.
Hmm.
So I don't think it's possible. You know.
Yeah. I don't think any other coconut would work here because it's not a very coconut. It's not a very strong flavor you need from the coconut.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just you just want just a hint of that coconut,
Hmm.
and it works beautifully in this recipe.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I honestly think this is one of our best like finished recipes, and especially that it only took a couple tries to do it. This is a hard recipe to make a really good Samoa cookie.
Yeah.
That's really fucking hard. But I'm really glad that this version came out and you get every note in it. You get the coconut, you get the caramel, you definitely get the ice cream.
Yeah.
You get that chewy kind of cookie flavor that we were chasing.
Yeah.
I'm fucking happy with it.
Have we talked about the cookie bite in this recipe yet?
Oh no, we
No.
didn't.
I mean that to me, it really just didn't occur to me to use that as the main chocolate note, but it really works really well to add just enough chocolate to it to let you know that it's got just a few little lines of chocolate over the top of the cookie. You know,
Mm-hmm.
I mean it's really good, and
It has
that's
some of
that's
that
another flavor.
crunch too.
Yeah, it does.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah. The chocolate is basically the bounty. The chocolate in the bounty in Cookie Bite. There's no other chocolate in the recipe.
yeah, we did try. Didn't we try the first one with glamour chocolate too? So
No,
we did more than two.
we talked about using it, but then after we decided on using those two flavors, we decided not to use the glamour chocolate.
Yeah. Okay, I'm glad. Oh, yeah, I'm glad we didn't because that was just enough chocolate.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah. And
I re-
we have done other great finished recipes that I do on a daily basis to have in my rotation. But what I like about this one is how it's crafted. You know, when you see the recipe and you try it and you understand why we did every one of those flavors. I love it when that happens.
Yeah. Yeah, I know like the ice cream is like high percentage. We use like 4% of each, I think, right?
Yeah.
But it's so fucking worth it. Like the toffee ice cream. Now Chef talked about this a lot in the episode. To make a coconut ice cream would have changed the entire recipe. And that's much easier to do. To make the ice cream, the coconut like attached to the ice cream layer, it's a lot easier to do it that way. But we wanted that a part of the cookie layer, which Bounty did fucking flawlessly.
Yeah.
And to just keep it simple with the liquid barn ice cream and the toffee ice cream,
Mm-hmm.
I way prefer it that way.
Yeah.
Yeah. Yeah.
You know, I fucking love it.
Yeah, this was much simpler than I thought it would be. Much simpler. And we only did what, maybe 2 versions?
Yeah, I think so. I guess technically 3, but
Yeah, technically
that's just
3,
because we added coconut candy.
Yeah.
But what we did in this recipe, different from other recipe we have done, is that we took a lot of time choosing the flavors and thinking about the profile. Because we were putting and taking out flavors without even trying, just thinking about how they would work together. That's why we don't have many versions of the same.
Yeah, we spent a lot of time talking about the layers before actually mixing it.
Yeah.
And
Yeah.
that's normally our process anyway. And I think 50% of the time we're talking about what we're going to gather to do it. I think that pays off when we actually do that. The cookie bite was a little bit of an afterthought, though. We just kind of threw it in there to see if it worked, and it fucking did.
Yep.
Yeah.
And what else did we use? Shortbread cookies.
Yeah.
Yep.
We use
Yeah,
that. We use that in everything, though. Right.
It's so fucking good.
It is. It's my cap sugar cookie substitute now.
Mine too. Yeah. Same thing with the butter base. It's
Mhm.
has very little steep time on it, so it just replaced it.
Yeah. Yep.
And
And it
that
doesn't
thi-
fade like sugar.
Yeah, like when people say to buy small bottles of sugar cookie, like I can see that. I agree with that. And if you really like that flavor, buy small bottles. I've never really noticed that so much, but other people swear by it. I'd say buy small bottles of a cap sugar cookie. Buy huge bottles of Wonder Flavor shortbread cookies.
Yeah. Yeah. Good
There you
point.
go.
Because that flavor, I think we use that all the fucking time now. Just it's so good.
Yeah.
There's like I have certain flavors I don't put away. I consider them to be additives, and like I have all my sweeteners out from all the different companies. I keep those in a drawer, and then next to them I keep flavors that I always keep out, that I always use all the time. Folkart made basically butter based now is in that section. Vanilla ice cream from Liquid Barn. RY4 double. I always keep that out. Shortbread cookies is always out. I don't even bother putting them away because I know I'm gonna use them all the time and I don't want to fucking search for them.
Yeah. Yeah. Those should definitely be on a beginner's list somewhere.
Yeah.
Yeah, probably that we should probably rethink that at some point.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, that's maybe a little bit more of an advanced thing, but I would consider those things to be additives at this point.
Yeah.
'Cause I always keep them out just to add them to shit.
Yeah.
Maybe at some point we'll get a be all end all chocolate.
Oh God, wouldn't that be awesome? Wouldn't that be
Yep.
awesome?
You'll be the one to find it too.
Yeah.
I've tried so many chocolates. I'm actually waiting for one from Medicine Flower. And I know it's expensive, but fuck it. If it's good, if it's good enough, I don't care what it costs.
Have you tried chocolate with butter base? Maybe that's the trick.
Not specifically. I mean, I don't see how it would be bad, but I'm not sure. I'm not sure because in my experience, chocolates are best with either a coconut flavor or a caramel flavor. Now that caramel can be a little buttery or something like that. I don't know. I'll be the one to try it. How's that? How's that sound? How's
No
that?
doubt.
I know you will. I don't think that you're really volunteering. You're like, well, I'm gonna treat myself to this one. Butter and chocolate, yeah.
Hell yeah. Hell yeah.
See, and that's another thing too. Butterscotch Ripple always stays out for me too.
Mm.
And that's like I can feel like your flavors that would always stay out would be like butterscotch Ripple, butter base. Why would you put them away? Why would
Well,
you waste the time?
You know, I've kind of rediscovered another like a caramel instead of the butterscotch Ripple. I like the Flavor West salted caramel. I think a little bit better than a butterscotch
Well,
Ripple.
it's very different. I love that flavor, but it's different.
Yeah, it's a little different, but it's got that punch. It's not as weak as the butterscotch Ripple.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's
Sure.
creamy.
Now, do you think that butterscotch Ripple could, in some kind of way, replace a toffee ice cream in here? I don't think it'd be the same, but do you think you could?
Maybe.
It's possible.
I get an ice cream vibe from butterscotch Ripple,
Right.
but I don't know.
'Cause-
The toffee ice cream has more ice cream on it.
Right. Because the two side by side aren't comparable. But in this application, maybe you could pump up the Liquid Barn a little bit and then like use butterscotch triple around 4% still,
Yeah, it wouldn't be bad for sure.
Yeah,
yeah, it just wouldn't be the same.
yeah. You would have to pump up the liquid barn ice cream. I would think
Mhm.
if you did that. But yeah, try it out. Yeah,
Yeah.
take our recipes, tear them apart, put them back together.
Yeah.
We like to see that done.
And share them with us.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So, what else we got to talk about,
What-
guys?
That's some
Oh,
news.
we have some news. What's the news?
Yes.
Yeah. Did y'all hear about a few months ago when I believe it was the American Heart Association put out uh, a paper saying that vaping was linked to having heart attacks?
Mm-hmm.
Do y'all remember that? Well,
Yeah.
it looks like they had to retract that. Yes,
They did.
They retracted it. Yes, they did. Um, y'all can let me get y'all the link here. If y'all want to read it, I'm not going to go through the whole thing. I'll post.
Yeah, no, we don't have to read it.
Yeah, I'll put,
I'm not going for it to read for sure.
no. I'm
I'm
gonna
not going to put you through that.
I'm gonna put the link in the chat there. But basically, um, everybody knows who Stanton Glantz is, right? He's the guy that hates vaping. He was pushing this study to maybe basically convince people that vaping caused heart attacks, and the scientific community was so upset about this that they pressured the American Heart Association to put a retraction, and they did. They did because the study was flawed. The way they were the people that they had in the study were also smokers or ex-smokers, and
Yeah, there were two things. It was super responsible because what happened, from what I get from the news, is they took the information, the data they had, and manipulate that information to what fits their purpose.
yeah,
There were people that were vaping and smoking that was considered in risk from vaping but not from smoking, and also there was people with heart attack incidents, but those incidents were before they started vaping.
yeah, yeah,
Hmm.
yeah.
Yeah. Now, but what they say is nicotine is, bad for your heart. Whatever.
Yeah.
But that's their only attachment to vaping. But the ability to be able to vape 3 milligram nicotine, you're not offered that in smoking.
No,
Yeah.
no.
That's the thing that I talk to people about it. That's the biggest downside to vaping is the health risks with nicotine. But cigarettes also don't have the ability to vape or smoke zero nicotine
Mm-hmm.
Right,
Yeah.
along with all the other bad shit in it.
right.
So when you have heart disease and stuff that's attached to nicotine at a much lower rate than like, Juul with 50 milligram and stuff, I mean, you have that ability to step down with vaping. You can vape, you can start off at 8 milligram or whatever, as high as you want to go, and then work your way down. You can't do that with cigarettes.
Mm-mm.
It's whatever the fuck it is, and they don't have a way to actually gauge how much nicotine is actually in them.
Mm-hmm.
So
Yeah.
I that whole argument, I don't understand it.
Well, this is what I said. They are using what fits better with what they want to put on the news.
Yeah.
The same happens with coffee. It's not good for you to drink a lot of coffee if you have a high blood pressure. But how much coffee do you need to drink to have a serious problem?
Yeah.
It's the same
Mhm.
when they talk about toxicity. They talk about how toxic some flavorings are. But you cannot talk about toxicity if you don't talk about the dose.
Right.
It's like drinking beer. Yeah,
Yeah.
alcohol is bad for you, but it's not the same drinking 100% alcohol that drinking 4% alcohol in a
Yeah.
beer.
Taking a fucking shot is obviously going to get you more fucked up than drinking a light beer.
Yeah, it has to do with the ability of the body to process all that shit.
Right.
Or you end up like my wife, puking everywhere.
Right.
Yeah.
And then you got to pull her by her hair and back into the car.
That only happened once, guys.
I know. Once a
So,
week.
so that's a little bit of good news out there that helps straighten out the
Yeah.
record, so to speak.
Yeah.
I don't think this new in the news like it was the first one,
Oh no,
They're
no, no.
not
See,
going to talk about
that's the whole point of why people like Stanton Glantz does this is they just put it out there. They get tons and tons of media saying that vaping's killing everybody, and then somewhere on the back, page 48 of some newspaper, oh well, we were wrong about that, and then nobody ever talks about that. So
They've still never retracted any of the shit about the people who have died from vaping. That's fucking THC in CBD. It's not nicotine vaping. There's. How about you fucking take that shit back off the record?
yeah. Well, I mean, even Stanton Glantz in this article says that this retraction was basically based on pressure from the e-cigarette companies. No, it wasn't. It was from the fucking medical doctors. They say it.
universities.
Yeah, absolutely. Anyway,
It's just my rant about. I talk about it all the time. The spread of misinformation. It doesn't matter if it's vaping or what. It's you hear it from other people and then it just becomes fact.
Yep.
I fucking hate that shit.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah. But you cannot take science to make a statement. You cannot manipulate science to just for
you
your
can't.
convenience.
You absolutely can.
If you're a media outlet.
Yeah. you can make anything sound any way you want it to. I don't care what it is. All you have to do is put a question mark on the end of it. Does vaping causes heart attacks? Question mark.
Yeah.
And the only thing people see is, oh, well, vaping causes heart attacks. They don't see it as a question. Bam.
But
They've got their message
and
across.
this is from yesterday, I think. They are banning. There is a ban on import of vaping products on Mexico starting tomorrow.
Yep.
The funny part is that to sell or to buy, I think to sell vaping products in Mexico was already banned. But they are using this new how do you call when the president makes a law?
Executive decision.
Yeah, this executive decision is just to make a statement because that was already happening in Mexico. It's just to make a new statement that we are against this.
Yeah,
that's the point.
Yeah,
it's law over law over law. Stupid.
Yeah, he's trying to get that suburban mom vote.
It doesn't matter which side of the argument you're on. All you got to do is go to imright.com and then you can shit out whatever fucking information supports your side of the argument.
Yeah.
You can scour the fucking internet. If you want to believe that vaping's bad, you can fucking go all over the internet and pull this from here and pull that from here and shove this up other people's asses until you win the argument.
Yeah. And that's really all that's important is that you win the argument, right?
Yeah, it's 2020. Yeah. That's all that matters. Okay. 2019 was who was offended first, and 2020 is who is right about who's being offended.
Who is more right? We made right a relative term in 2020. Yeah. We can be more or less right.
Being right is subjective.
Oh, absolutely. 100%.
Science is subjective.
Yeah.
Yes, it is.
Yeah.
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 It's what the media tells you.
What do you want to believe? That's science. Basically.
Oh my God. Oh Lord.
Oh boy.
The lore has nothing to do with this.
All right, we got any else to talk about? We got any more what's in the news or?
We did have an idea. We were floating around an idea of like if, and I'm talking to the chat here. If there was a flavor out there that you wanted a flavor company to make that either a flavor company doesn't make it or they don't make it well, what flavor would it be?
Yeah,
You know,
butter's covered.
butter is covered. Absolutely.
No, it could be because we don't have that flavoring, or because what we have is not useful at all.
Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
The best way to do this would probably just throw it in the fucking comments. Because
Yeah.
we'll see whatever we can see in the chat, but throw it in the comments too.
Yeah. I mean, the perfect person to like send this list of stuff to, if we were to come up with a list, is Frank from Wonder Flavors.
Yeah.
He is super.
Frank and Bryson.
Yeah, and Bryson. Yeah, they're super open to trying new flavors and stuff. You know, they try to give people what they want, what they're looking for. You know.
Yeah, those two companies are the most like community orientated, like with the way that they produce and like put out their flavors and everything. And it really fucking shows because every time Wonder Flavors comes out with new shit or Flavora comes out with new shit, it goes fucking wild. Like cookie based thing, still think it's gone out of hand. But but at the same time, like they've released a flavor people fucking wanted and they did a great job.
Yeah.
Yeah, and even if it is just for nothing, I like the fact that they send you the flavors and then they ask you, "Hey, what do you think about the new flavorings? What would you do different? Do you have any ideas?" I love that they do that.
Yeah.
And that's why we are asking people, because maybe we can talk to Bryson and to Frank, say, "Hey, people need this. We need this to have a more diverse mixing experience."
Yeah.
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 The approach that Wonder Flavors did with this new line to like the new line of flavors that they did. Well, I guess it's not a line, but it's a segment of the super concentrates. The newer ones that they released, they're all pretty much of the same. Like they did Bavarian cream, they did vanilla custard. They separated some things. They took the lemon custard, and that's fucking awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Like to be able to dial in what people want and not have to bend as much and do that shit, like that's critical for flavor development.
You know what company did that? Is Liquid Barn with the white chocolate peppermint.
Yeah.
They first released that one, and people say, "Okay, I need that chocolate and I need that peppermint, but in different flavorings." And they did it.
Yeah.
Love that mode.
Yeah. I like their white chocolate peppermint a lot.
There's a flavoring that Wonder Flavors put out. It's been several years ago. It's called Nanami bar. Is that right?
Yeah.
Nanaimo.
Nanami bar.
Nanami.
Oh, what is it?
Nanaimo
Nanimo bar.
or Nanimo.
Yeah, and
That's what we said.
that's that's not what I said. But the chocolate note in that, I love it. I wish that they would separate that out. Frank, if you're listening, please do that, because that to me that is a really good chocolate.
This chocolate and peanut butter, right? It's like a Reese.
It's like a chocolate peanut butter wafer, I think.
Yeah.
Yeah. We had a recipe we were going to do with that, but I think it got put on the back burner. I don't remember why. We're talking about that for a while.
Yeah. Dave Flowers was asking about a creamy milk chocolate. I don't know if this really fits that, but Wonder Flavors has a white chocolate milky, or is it creamy milk or milky cream?
Something like that. It's comparable to the Devon cream, right?
Yeah,
From
it's a pretty creamy chocolate. It's not necessarily a milk chocolate, but it's pretty nice. So you might want to check that out, Dave.
Yeah. I like Devon cream, but I kind of like Wonder Flavors more anyway, and it's cheaper.
Yeah. Mhm.
So again, buy a big bottle. It's the same thing to like sugar cookie. Just buy a big bottle of that.
Yeah. And it goes really good with peanut butters too.
I bet it does.
It does.
Yeah, that the anomaly bar.
Yeah. The
Yeah.
anomaly.
Exactly.
Yeah, the anomaly bar. It's got that kind of like tempered chocolate note, which you want for like a candy bar or something.
Mm-hmm. Yep.
I don't think the closest thing I use for that is glamour chocolate, and I don't think it's exactly right. It's got some other things going on in it. I would like I would in agreement with Folkart. I want that shit isolated.
Yeah. Yeah. For sure. And everybody has mentioned cherries, of course.
Oh my
Yeah.
god.
Don't
I
know.
hate
Don't
cherries.
know if it can be done, guys. Just don't know. And the reason is, I think, is because a true cherry flavor, when you taste a raw cherry, there's not much flavor. It's mostly just sour, right?
Yeah, tart.
Yeah.
Yeah, tart, sour, and
Yeah.
it can't be done. It can't be done. Not yet. Not until we evolve and we can smell tartness in our nose. I don't know.
Dave said those bars are chocolate and coconut, but I don't trust anything he says. It's not like he does a show
No.
on it. I don't know where he comes up with this shit.
Yeah, those are that's a Canadian thing. I'm pretty sure that
Yeah.
Nanumi bar.
Yeah. Well, I think Dave is from Canada too, so
Yeah, but
Yeah, he and Emily.
yeah,
he's a really proud Canadian. So
Yeah.
he is. Oh,
yeah,
okay.
he's Canadian.
Okay. Oh, why the fuck did he move to the U.S. then?
No, he lives in Canada. I'm trying to get back at him for coming in here and just heckling us all the time. So I'm just gonna single him out and heckle him.
Yeah, you should.
Yeah, I am. Fuck
Yeah.
you, Dave. Fuck you.
He had
I'll
it
talk
coming.
about the weather all goddamn day if I want to. You son of a bitch.
So let's see who's asking about. I saw something about a cherry, another cherry. Somebody was asking about cherries worth using. Now, Chef, you've had a little bit of experience with a couple cherries here recently, haven't you?
Oh, the last weeks I've been trying to make a recipe using cherries. I don't know why, because I know it was going to be painful, and it was. I tried the blackberry cherry, black cherry
Wonder-
jelly from Wonder Flavors.
Yeah.
That is not bad. I was using cherry extract. I was using Inawera cherry. I was using the black cherry from TPA also, I think. I tried, I don't know, a lot of cherries. With
Yeah.
apricot, I tried with raspberry. I tried with strawberry. Oh, wait. No.
Mm-hmm.
I think it can't be done in the way we want it to work.
Mm-hmm.
You can get the cherry flavor, but you always get that other disgusting like
Medicine note.
drugstore. Yeah.
Yeah. Cough medicine.
Yeah.
Yeah. I almost think that if you're wanting to get some kind of a cherry, try to make some type of a raspberry taste like a cherry or something. I don't know.
But he definitely got to pick up that quince.
Oh yeah. And apricot.
Oh yeah, apricot too. I forgot about that.
Yeah.
I had
And-
more
yeah.
luck. I had more luck with blackcurrant, but I'm probably full of shit
For a cherry?
with cherry extract.
Really?
Yeah, because it had like that none of that like fleshy tone to it, so I
Mhm.
used blackcurrant for it.
Mhm.
But again, I'm probably full of shit, and that was before we had like other cherries out.
What blackcurrant? Okay.
FA, yeah.
Well, it's kind of got a tartness to it, right?
Yeah, it does. But like tart cherry. See, you got good cherries, but they're not like the right kind of cherry. Like tart cherry is good, but it's like that
Yeah.
Kool-Aid cherry.
Mhm.
I'm like cherry extract is good, but it's like cherry extract.
Yeah.
There's Inawera cherries is good, but it's kind of like that.
It's candied.
Yeah, like a black
It's
cherry though, right?
yeah, it's too sharp. It's not easy to put in a recipe. If you bake it by itself,
Yeah.
it may be good, but when you try to mix with it, it doesn't work.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, I'm gonna keep trying with cherries. Um,
Yeah.
It's
you
a
know,
pain.
yeah, it is. There actually is one cherry that I think is actually pretty good, but there's really only one application for it. DIY Flavor Shack, I believe it is, has a oh gosh, which cherry is it? It's been so long since I used it. Um, it's not cherry extra. I forget now, but it's pretty weak. You have to use it like at 10%, but it brings with it a like a woody note. And
Ugh.
really, the only kind of application you could use for that is like in a tobacco or something.
Pomegranate kind of has that too going on, like that woody note,
Mm-hmm.
like FA pomegranate.
Mm-hmm.
I hate that flavor,
You
but
also said something about BSO cherries or cherry. Right?
Yeah,
I
um,
haven't had that one.
I don't know if that's a new flavor or not. I don't know if we're allowed to talk about that,
Oh, sorry.
yeah. I'm not.
but
I'm
I'm
not
not
sure.
positive.
I'm not sure. I can tell you that I did get in some VSO flavors. Thank you so much, Shaggy. Is it Shaggy Swain or Swaggy Shane?
It's not
Swaggy.
Shaggy. Yeah,
Swaggy.
it's Swaggy.
Swaggy.
He's not from Scooby Doo or anything.
Okay. Swaggy.
Zoinks.
Yes. But yeah, I'm pretty sure their watermelon is already out, right? It's fabulous. It
I
is
can.
fabulous.
I definitely tried the blueberry and it was really good.
Mhm.
Nachep's showing us like a million pipettes.
Yeah, Attitude, if you're watching, envy
Yeah,
me.
he's fucking blowing his load right now.
We
That guy
are
must
the
go
only
through
two
so
guys
many.
that uses pipettes.
No, I
I
just
think.
bought like 200 of them.
Well, Wonder Flavors is to blame for using pipettes
Yeah.
for the
That's
sample
true.
butters.
Yeah.
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 I got to get the tops that fit those for like a sriracha top for those would be awesome.
Mhm.
You know what I'm talking about?
Yeah.
Like a twist top thing.
Yeah.
That would be
Yeah,
sweet.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah.
But
Absolutely.
Like this.
yeah, there you go.
Yeah.
Well, you got to talk
Like
first.
this. Hey, fuck. Like this.
Yes.
Yeah.
There you go. Sriracha top. I call them sriracha top. I don't know what the fuck they're really. Twist top, I guess.
Yeah. Twist dropper.
Oh, ad is here right now.
Daddy? Really?
Yeah.
Pipettes! I don't know why I get so excited about pipettes. So what's going on next week, guys? You want to talk about it?
boy.
Yeah.
Yeah, let's talk about that.
This is kind of a downer for the guys in the chat, maybe.
Yeah,
don't
they
know.
might be happy about it.
Yeah, they might. They might actually.
It's better than releasing the last episode, I'm pretty sure. So
Wow.
let's just go with that.
Yeah, for sure. For sure.
Yeah.
So
So we're not gonna have an episode next Tuesday.
No.
We're not gonna do anything. We're gonna use the time to actually bank an episode and try to get ahead. It's not a laziness thing, but we really just want to get up on having a little bit more episodes, like so we have more time to edit them and everything. Not we. I don't do any editing. Not Chef and Folkart too. They're the ones to give all the credit to, but it's nice to give them more time and finally dial in all the shit that we want to do. So there's not going to be an episode next Tuesday.
Yeah, we're trying to do our best with the episodes and make them entertaining, fun, and it just takes a lot of time to do the editing. And so if we can take off next week, I mean, we're not actually taking off. We're just not going to do a live show or a episode, but we are going to do recordings next week, and so we can bank those back. Have plenty of time to edit them, make them entertaining, fun for everybody to watch. So that's what we'll be doing.
Yeah, and on the road, if we have one recording that is really bad, or not only the recipe, but sometimes we are in a bad mood, or we are tired, or we don't have time to record, we have that to post.
Yeah.
We're one episode ahead.
Yeah.
Yeah, it works out better for everybody if we have one more in the pocket before we release something, just because we kind of always intended for this too, because we would like to have more than a 10-day thing before, because when we record on Tuesday, it's before then, and then we have 10 days and we're talking about the recipe as it's steep. So gives us even more time to talk about the recipe and let it steep, unless it's really good and we don't let it steep. But,
like this one.
Like
this one, mine are gone. but other than that, we it just gives us more time. It's a better way to do it. So we're gonna take all next week off. We're still gonna be working. We have a guest book too. I don't think we want to talk about that yet, but so we're gonna be working, but we're just gonna be you're not gonna see us.
We also have been working a lot on the one shots that we have on DIY Flavor Chaser. That took a lot of time to make, and we did it while we were editing episodes. Now we have to do new one shots for another project, and we also have another project for this channel. So taking that week off is going to help us do all of that.
Yeah. We're still doing a lot behind the scenes, but just to give us a little bit more of like a little bit less of a hectic schedule, this is kind of the only way we saw to do it.
Because we don't want to rush the episodes. We want to give you a good episode with a good recipe, and if we fail, still have a good episode and take the time that we need to make it good.
Yeah.
Right.
For sure.
Yeah. It's also a lot nicer too, like, because there's been times where we do the live show and it's ending at 7:00 Folkart and I's time. So doing a recording until 10:00, it's just all of the entertainment's out at that point. It's not fun.
When we start recording, my hair is always like, really nice and slick back and everything, and by the end of it, it's like everywhere. You can tell we've had either a really rough and long night or what by my hair, for sure.
Yeah. That's the best gauge of how into it we are as Folkart's hair.
Yeah, I can tell because of my wife. Last Tuesday, we ended up at 1 a.m. here.
Yeah,
and I don't know why, but I scream a lot when we record. I laugh very loud. And she reminds me that every Wednesday after the recording.
Yeah.
And when I get really tired, my eye gets really lazy.
That's
my one eye starts to fall asleep, and the rest of me is like, nah, we're gonna keep going. It's like, eye of the tiger. The one is trying to go to bed, but the other one's all eye of the tiger, and it wants to stay up and power through. But the other one's just like, nah, it's nap time, bro. So to prevent chefs like wife yelling at him, Folkart's hair getting out of hand, and my eye getting way too sleepy, we're taking a day off. Take a week off.
Yeah. But we'll come back the following week strong.
Yeah.
Yes.
I think we will. And we got a lot of recipes that we're already thinking about and shit too. So that
ideas,
helps too.
Profiles.
Yes.
Yeah. And if you have oh, you go ahead. No,
go ahead. No, you.
That was a good segue though. I appreciate you. Appreciate you, motherfucker. Appreciate you, motherfucker. If you have any suggestions, always throw them in the comments. That's the easiest way, because sometimes the chat gets out of hand unless you tag us, but still it's better because we always read the comments and try to get back to you. And what else is good to throw in the comments? There's another thing I had. Oh well, if it's an episode, if you have any suggestions to tweak the recipes, throw those in those for Tuesday. Yeah, shit like that.
Yeah.
Helps us out. Okay. We got anything else? Is that it?
Is that it?
No, that's not it. What else is going on?
Do we want to talk about Graham?
Yeah, let's talk about that. Okay. So we haven't talked about it for around a month now, but Graham is no longer a part of the group. We've seen a lot of people talk about it.
Yeah.
There's not really much to say that we want to really get into with it. It's nothing really bad. It's just shit that we don't really have to put on YouTube.
Yeah.
But Graham's no longer a part of the group.
Yeah.
It sucks. We like the guy. He's a good friend, but
yeah, he was very pivotal in bringing us all together and starting this thing up, and I appreciate that he did that. But you know, it's everybody knows how difficult it is to keep groups together, and you know, this is just one of those things where, you know, it just happened. So that's really all the details that I want to get into. But yeah, so he's no longer producing the show.
Yep. Is what it is. We obviously didn't want to talk about it too soon, just because it happened. We didn't want any hard feelings and everything, but we just want to let you guys know.
Yeah.
Keep some transparency. There's some things that we want to keep off of YouTube, obviously. Yeah, that's it.
Yeah, but he's moving on to bigger and better things, I'm sure.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think he's already got stuff in the works right now.
Yeah. I'm pretty sure he's getting ready to release a one-shot line.
I think he is too on DIY Flavor Chaser. So definitely check out those. He definitely, and if there's one thing he's really fucking good at, he's good at a lot of shit. But his candy recipes, which I hope to see on DIY Flavor Chaser, pick them up. And the best thing about them, most of them work in fucking pods too.
Yeah.
Yes.
So I would definitely keep an eye out for that. He's a hell of a fucking mixer. He's a great guy.
Yep.
Check it out. I think he's got stuff coming out pretty soon. So
yeah. What else?
I think that's it.
Thank you, Eddie. You can check our merch at DIY developeddiy.com /shop, right? That I was going to ask you that. I have to buy the merch that I'm going to bring from the States. What should I buy?
You should get a hat.
A backpack.
Hat for sure.
A backpack.
Yeah, get a fucking hat. Get a fucking coffee cup.
Wait. I'm working on a funny thing. How do you call it?
A new graphic for
a funny.
A fanny pack.
A fanny pack. Yeah.
Oh, fucking.
I'm working on it.
Yes,
I'm working on it.
There's been people asking ever since we brought it up. They want one. They want one bad. They need it.
Dude,
have you seen the design? Have you seen the design already?
I haven't seen it. No, I definitely want a fanny pack though.
I'm gonna show you after this.
Ooh, I'm excited for that.
It's fancy. Yeah.
A fancy one?
Yeah.
Does it come in different colors?
So is it called a fancy pack or a fanny pack?
Yes, but there is like a pattern. I'm working on a pattern more than just a graphic to make it like a.
That sounds fancy. Sexy.
Yeah.
I can't believe. What are you keeping secrets from me for? We're calling it a fancy pack from now on.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
A fancy pack. Yeah.
So don't look for fanny pack on there. Look for fancy pack.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Oh, I got the link. Oh, it's a secret too. Oh, I can't see it because I have to log in.
Oh, okay, don't worry.
Yeah. Okay. Well, you send me a thing later.
Well, it will be available hopefully soon. Then not Jeff, maybe.
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
If you approve the design.
Yeah, if there's any kind of merch that people in the chat are looking for, let us know. Hit us up. I mean, we can work something out probably. Just let us
Yeah,
know. We're here for y'all. You know.
Yeah, just so you guys know, we're not making a ton of money off of it. It's just kind of fun to do. It is a good way for people to like support the show.
Sure.
It's not like we're making like full profit on it or anything. It's fun to do. It's not like a cash grab thing at all.
The main problem was when doing this, we choose what brand of t-shirts, of hats, on every item we choose the supplier. Okay, it's not one company making everything from the same brand, and we end up choosing the best ones and the more expensive ones. So we're fucking stupid in that way, but they're good.
Yeah, because if we wanted to make like a ton of profit, we could choose like the cheapest hats, but they're gonna fall apart and look like shit. So like, no, we don't make we make like hardly any profit on it.
Yeah,
it's fun to do. It's a way to support the show. We like this option a lot. So definitely throw that in the comments too below and smash that like button.
Absolutely.
You want to see some fancy packs and shit or whatever. Got fucking people want underwear, huh?
Oh yes.
Why not?
I don't know. I don't wear underwear.
I bet you don't.
No, what's the point? It gets in the way. If I gotta get to work, I don't want anything in between.
Oh my god.
Most of the time, I'm not even wearing pants. Like right now. Okay.
Don't stand up. Don't stand up, please.
Oh, I'll fucking do it. All right. Thank you guys for watching. Check out all the shit. Check out the one shots. Check out the website. We're gonna have more articles, a whole bunch of more shit going on. We won't see you next week, but we'll see you the following week with some interesting shit and maybe a guest. And we love you. My phone's going off. That was annoying.
Perfect timing.
See you guys.